Welcome back to GBN's ongoing coverage of the 2019 South Carolina Bible Bowl. This is a double elimination tournament with different age groups. Today we'll be in the adult division. We're nearing the end of this as we start with 2 games in the winner's bracket. Then we'll be going on to the elimination bracket. First up is going to be Essex Village's team number 3 against Golden Strip's team number 1. And that'll be followed up by Essex Village's team number 4 versus Gold Hill Road. Let's watch and see how they do.
Hi, y'all.
All right, are both teams ready? Essex Village 3 versus Golden Strip 1. Here is your first question. Where did the children of Israel camp when they had no water to drink? Green 1.
The wilderness of Shur.
That is incorrect. Red team. Where did the children of Israel camp when they had no water to drink? Red 1.
Rephidim.
That is correct. Question number 2. Where did the taskmasters and officers, what did the taskmasters and officers require of the people? Red 1.
The quota of bricks.
That is correct. Question number 3. Name 4 places the Lord will send the swarms of flies. Green 3.
On Pharaoh, in his house, in his servant's house, and the people's house.
I'm going to be very strict, but that's incorrect. Red team. Name 4 places the Lord will send the swarms of flies. Red 3.
In their houses, on their people, into Pharaoh's house, on their servants, and covering the ground.
That is correct. Next question. How many daughters did the priest? Red 3.
7.
7. That is correct.
That is correct.
I was about to call it. Okay. Next question. Once the Passover lamb was killed, they were to take the blood and do what with it? Red 2.
Put it on the 2 doorposts and the lintels.
That is correct. Next question. We have 5 questions remaining. Essex Village 3 needs all of these for a tie. What did the Lord do to the Sabbath? Red 3.
He hallowed it and blessed it.
That is correct. Golden Strip is the winner.
Again, on deck we have Essex Village 3 and Essex Village 1.
All right, are both teams ready? Question number 1. What types of sacrifices were the people? Red 2.
Burnt in peace. Burnt offerings and peace offerings from the sheep and oxen.
That is correct. Next question. When the frogs died out, what 3 places are named that Red 2?
Their houses, their courtyards, and the fields.
That is correct. Next question. What were the specifications of the Passover lamb? Green 2.
It would be a male in its first year without blemish. Taken from the sheep or the goats.
That is correct.
Wow.
We're going for whole chapters this round.
We're being strict. Next question. How did the people react to Aaron's message that the Lord had visited the children of Israel? Green 4.
They bowed their heads and worshiped. And they believed.
That is correct. Next question. What day did the children of Israel come to the wilderness? Green 1.
15th day of the 2nd month.
That is correct. The score is 3-2. Next question. Why did the Israelites bake unleavened cakes of dough? Green 2.
Because they were hungry.
Probably, but incorrect. Red team, why did the Israelites bake unleavened cakes of dough which they brought out of Egypt? Red 2.
Because they didn't have time to prepare otherwise to put the leaven in it. They didn't have other time. They were in haste and they didn't have time to prepare with leaven.
It's incorrect. Next question. Who are the sons of Uzziel? Green 1.
Mishael, Elzaphan, and Zithri.
That is correct. The score is 4-2. We have 3 questions remaining. How many chariots did Pharaoh Red 2?
600. And all the choice chariots in the land.
That is correct. Most all of these questions have multiple answers. Or multi-part answers, I should say. Next question. In what manner were they to eat the Lord's Passover feast? Green 2.
In haste, with a belt around their waist, their sandals on their feet, and a staff in their hand.
That is correct. We have 1 question remaining, and that means Essex Village 4 is the winner.
Congratulations to Golden Strip and Essex Village's team number 4 as they continue to advance towards the championship game. The Gold Hill Road and Essex Village team number 3 drop into the elimination bracket to continue their competition to see if they can get into those final rounds. Now we're going to be in those elimination rounds now and see who comes out on top. We're going to start out brother against brother, Essex Village's team number 1 versus Essex Village's team number 3, followed up by Gold Hill Road versus Essex Village's team number 2. Let's watch and see how it goes.
On deck, from the adult division, we have Gold Hill Road and Essex Village 2 on deck.
All right, are both teams ready? Question number 1. Where were the children of Israel to put the blood of the lamb? Red 2.
On the 2 doorposts and the lintel.
That is correct. Question number 2. In Horeb, what did Moses call the place where he struck Red 4?
Massa and Meribah.
That is correct. Number 3. Where were the children of Israel when the hail came? Green 3.
Land of Goshen.
That is correct. Next question. When Moses stopped the Hebrew men from fighting, what did the one ask Moses? Green 2.
Why are you striking your companion?
It's incorrect. Red team. When Moses stopped the Hebrew men from fighting, what did the one ask Moses? Red 3.
Who made you prince and judge over us? Are you going to kill me like you killed the Egyptian?
That is correct. Next question. When the frogs died out, what 3 places are named that Red 1?
Fields, their houses, and their courtyards.
That is correct. Next question. How did God instruct Moses to answer the children of Israel as to who they sent him? I'm going to throw that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, literally. I'm
Literally
going to throw
it
out. What sank to the bottom of the Red Sea? Green 4.
The enemy.
That's incorrect. Red team. What sank to the bottom of the Red Sea like a stone? Red 2.
Pharaoh's chariots, captains, army, horses, horsemen.
That is correct. Next question. We have, well, let's see, we've got 4 questions remaining. Essex Village 3 needs all 4 of these for a tie. Why was the land of Egypt filled with the children of Israel? Green 2.
Because they were fruitful, they multiplied, and they increased abundantly. Because the midwives did not do as the king had instructed.
It's incorrect. Red team. Why was the land of Egypt filled with the children of Israel? Red 3.
Because they grew exceedingly mighty. They were fruitful. They multiplied. And the Hebrew women did not heed Pharaoh's command to kill the firstborn, to kill the sons.
That's incorrect, but Essex Village 1 is the winner.
From the adult elimination bracket division. Team green, we have Golden Hill Road. Team red, Essex Village 2.
All right, I will remind you that many of these questions are multi-part answers. Question number 1. What type of able men should Moses read for?
Men who fear truth. Sorry, I said that wrong. Men who fear God, men of truth, and men of truth, men who fear God, and hate covetousness.
That is correct. Question number 2. Who was Moses to tell Pharaoh that he had met with? Red 3.
The Lord God Almighty and the elders of the people of Israel.
That's incorrect. Green team. Who was Moses to tell Pharaoh that he had met with? Green 3.
The God of the Hebrews.
That is correct. Next question. How did the officers tell Moses and Aaron that they had made them in the sight of Pharaoh? Red 3.
Abhorrent.
That is correct. Next question. What did Pharaoh do when he saw that the rain, green 3?
Turned and went to his own house.
That's incorrect. Red team. What did Pharaoh do when he saw that the rain, the hail, and the thunder ceased? Red 4.
He hardened his heart.
That is incorrect. Next question. What was to be struck with the blood dipped hyssop? Red 2.
The lentils and the doorposts.
That is correct. Describe the manna. Red 4.
The manna looked like white coriander seed. It tasted like wafers made with honey, and it appeared on the ground like a fine frost after the dew lifted.
That is correct.
Could you be more specific?
It was a white round substance.
We have time limits on this.
All right, let's see. We have, the score is 1-4, and we have 4 questions remaining. Next question. What will the children of Israel be if they obey his voice and keep his covenant? Red 4.
They will be a special treasure and a holy nation and a kingdom of priests.
That is correct. We have 3 questions remaining. That means Essex Village 2 is the winner. All right, we have Essex Village 2 versus Essex Village 1. Here's your first question. In the Song of Moses, what does the song say the Lord is? Name 3 things. Red 4.
The Lord is my provider. The Lord is my help.
That is incorrect. Yes, the other team will have another opportunity. In the Song of Moses, what does the song say the Lord is? Name 3 things. Green 1.
The Lord is mighty. The Lord is greater than all the other gods.
That is incorrect. Question number 2. What type of able men should Red 4?
Men of truth, fear God, hate covetousness.
That is correct.
Good job.
Next question. Of what three people or groups of people would the frogs come? Red 1.
Pharaoh's servants, and the Egyptians, people of Egypt.
That is correct. Next question. What 2 reasons did the Lord say he had raised up Pharaoh? Red 1.
To show that there was no God like him or above him.
That is incorrect. Green team. What 2 reasons did the Lord say that he had raised up Pharaoh? Green 1.
So that Moses could tell his sons and his sons' sons about what the Lord had done, and to show that there is no God like him.
That's incorrect. Next question. Who were the swarms of flies removed from? Green 1.
Pharaoh's servants, and the Egyptians.
That is correct. Next question. In the Song of Moses, what would happen to all the inhabitants of Canaan? Red 2.
They would melt away. They would melt away. They would be trembling. They would be filled with dismay, and they would be filled with sorrow.
That is incorrect. Green team. In the Song of Moses, what would happen to all the inhabitants of Canaan when they heard of what the Lord had done? Green 3.
They would believe.
That's incorrect. Right, we have 4 questions remaining. What did the Lord create in 6 days? Red 4.
The heavens, the earth, and all that is in them, and the sea.
That is correct. Next question. What specific type of animal was to be taken for the Passover? Red 2.
A lamb in its first year, male without blemish, from the sheep or the goats.
That is correct. We have 2 questions remaining, which means Essex Village 1 is the winner.
Wow, it looks like Essex Village team number 1 will go up against the loser of our next round between Essex Village team number 4 and Golden Strips team number 1. Let's see which one of our teams competes against Essex Village team 1 and which one goes straight into the final round next time.
Good luck to you.
Go ahead. I'm not implying that you need it.
All right, Golden Strip 1 versus Essex Village 4. Question number 1. What happened when Moses stretched out his hand over the sea? Green 1.
It was divided, the walls rose like a heap, and the Israelites were able to walk on dry ground. It was like a wall to them on their right hand and on their left.
That is correct. Next question. What were the children of Israel to eat on the 14th day? Green 1.
The Passover lamb, the feast, with bitter herbs and unleavened bread.
That is correct. Question number 3. In the Song of Moses, what things did the enemy say they would do against Israel? Name 4. Green 3.
We will pursue, we will overtake, we will divide the spoil, and they will be ours.
That's incorrect. Red team. In the Song of Moses, what things did the enemy say they would do against Israel? Name 4. Red 3.
They would pursue them, they would overtake them, they would divide the spoil, and they would plunder them.
That is incorrect. Next question. What were the people to do with the bread to prepare for the Sabbath? Green 1.
They were to collect 2 days' worth on the 6th day and prepare it for the Sabbath day, so there was no work to be done.
That is incorrect. Red team. What were the people to do with the bread to prepare for the Sabbath? Red 4.
They were to prepare They were to gather twice as much. They were to lay up the remains to be kept until the morning.
That's incorrect. All right, next question. What did the woman of the Levi tribe do when she could no longer glean one?
She built an ark and placed it in the reeds by the bank of the river. And she daubed it with pitch and asphalt. And she placed the baby in the ark. And she, put it in the river.
That is correct.
Okay. Kept ticking off, so I was like, okay, is he looking for something else?
I didn't think you were going to pull that out. All right, we have 5 questions remaining. The score is 3-0. Next question. What were the children of Israel not to do with green 3?
They were not to break any of its bones or eat it raw or boiled in water.
That is incorrect. I'm
Sorry. Mine wasn't too
Having read the rest of the question, it was funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
What were the children of Israel not to do with a carved image? Red 4.
They were not to make it for themselves.
That is incorrect.
Sorry.
Next question. And what were the Israelites' lives made bitter with red 1?
Hard bondage. And service with rigor.
That's incorrect. For the other team, I'll read the complete question. And what were the Israelites' lives made bitter with hard bondage? Green 3.
Bricks and mortar and all manner of service.
That is correct. We have 3 questions remaining. That means Golden Strip 1 is the winner.
Looks like we're going to be leaving you with a cliffhanger, because next week we're going to be watching Essex Village Team Number 1 versus Essex Village Team Number 4, as teams from the same congregation compete against each other for the final spot in the final game of the adult division. We hope to see you next week at the same time. Now, you may want to have a Bible Bowl program similar to this in your area. The rules governing this particular Bible Bowl can be found on the St. Andrews Road website listed below. The most important part of this or any Bible Bowl program is to get people to study their Bible in depth. Because there's various ages involved in this particular format, families study the Bible together. Entire congregations study the Bible together. Everybody who studies is a winner. And a great time of fellowship was had as all these Christians came together for a fun time. And I'm sure that Essex Village bus is going to be very interesting on the trip home. Thanks to the St. Andrews Road congregation who hosted this year's event, and I hope to see you for that exciting match again next week.